Hey everyone, I'm Jen and welcome to my kitchen. I want to make a fat-free gumbo. Now, gumbo in Louisiana uses roux. Roux is traditionally equal parts flour and fat. Well, I want to do it without the fat, so I'm going to make a roux flour and I wanted to share it with you on how to make roux flour. Just to share this with you, I did do a little bit of calorie research and one roux recipe showed using the dry roux was a little over 200 calories. Well, using the roux with the equal amount of fat gave the recipe an extra 1,000 calories. So this is a low-fat, healthy way to make your gumbo or anything else that requires a roux. So what I have my heavy-duty skillet here. I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and I am going to put enough flour in here to cover the bottom. You want it to be about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven and check in 15 minutes.
It's been 15 minutes and I just took the flour out of the oven and I'm going to give it a stir. Humidity in your kitchen or your oven can cause lumping in your flour, but if you don't break up the lumps, then the center of those lumps will be raw and you want your flour to get cooked. So there's not much color change. Okay, now this will go back into the oven for another 15 minutes and again we'll pull it out and stir it and check the color.
So another 15 minutes has gone by and you can see that it's starting to change colors, right? And now I'm going to start checking it every 10 minutes because it is cooking fast. So another 10 minutes has gone by and I pulled the flour out to give it a stir, and it's going to go back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes has gone by and here's what we have now. It's really starting to turn to a nice, beautiful, dark brown color. I think I'm going to give it 10 more minutes in the oven and then I'm going to do it on the stove. So another 10 minutes has gone by and you can see the color that we have now. It's getting very close. Now I'm going to finish it off on the stove. I have the stove on a medium-low fire. What you're going to start to notice is as you turn it, the bottom side is darker. So that's the part that's cooking, which is why you can't leave it very long because you don't want to burn your flour. A burnt roux does not taste very good, and then you have to start all over. So watch as I turn. You can see it's a little darker on the bottom. See those dark streaks in there? So we're going to stir that into the rest. Make sure we get that part off the bottom. And stir it in. And look how dark it's getting quickly now. So once you spread it out, just let it sit for a few seconds and then start turning it. What we're going for here is this color, which is close to the color of peanut butter or a brown paper bag, like a lunch bag. Beauty of this dry roux is when you add it to liquid, it will darken up and make a nice dark gumbo. Okay, I think we're done. Look at that color. It's actually a little darker, which is awesome. So I've turned the heat off, but my pan is still hot. So the flour is still cooking, and that's not a good thing. We don't want to burn it. We don't want to have to stand here and keep turning it until this big heavy pan cools off. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bowl, and that'll stop the cooking. One of the beauties of this dry roux, cleanup is super easy. I just have to rinse that out. Don't have to scrub it and get rid of all that oil. So there you go. That is our roux flour, and I'm going to make gumbo with this so we can have that free. Awesome. There you go.